So good evening, cuties, and welcome to another amazing episode of Inspiring Young Minds, right? And very excited we all are. We just have one more session and then we're going to have a big celebration. So today is Inspiring Young Minds session 22 and we are very excited that we have, come a long way in doing so many sessions for our children. We have always interspersed between a value added session and a session on artwork so that, you all can have a kind of fun also as you learn new things here. Okay. So with no further ado, I'm going to start sharing my screen. Give me a second. Okay, cuties. So we are at Inspiring Young Minds session 22 and today we are going to talk about thread art. So I've included 3 types of art here and I'm going to share with you how to do it, why to do it, and what are the benefits of doing it, what all you learn out of all this and all that. Okay. So welcome. And this is thread art or string art. So string art has its origin in the activity called the curve stitch, and this was invented by Mary Everest Bowl at the end of the 19th century, and she was very particular that we should integrate maths or mathematical ideas like geometry, symmetry to children, and so that the children can understand this much better. And later what they did was this same art in the 1960s, when you go to any art and craft shop, you will be able to see this curve stitch in a lot of art and craft, quick stitch kits. So when you buy the kit, you will have the canvas, you will have the thread, you will have the needle, you will have everything necessary to do that job. So that is how Mary Everest Bowl actually started doing it. And what is this string art? If you look at this picture, you'll be able to see, you generally take a board, and once you take the board, whatever image you want to do the string art with, you can draw the image in a piece of paper and keep the paper on the board and then start putting nails. So you should take a hammer and a nail and keep putting these nails at a equidistance. So you can even mark these points in that paper and correctly take the nail and start hitting it. So when you do this, you should see that the correct height of the nail is hit in all areas. The nails are all straight. And once you do this, it becomes very easy for you to just take the thread and go up and down and twine the thread to form the geometric patterns. And this is very important because it gives you a lot of concentration. It helps you understand the zigzag movement of the thread, and it helps you create a kind of a beautiful design. So many a times you can use fine threads, or you can use colored threads. You can use these glitter threads also to, bring up or pop up this image and this kind of a painting or a drawing, however you want to call it. So you can see here a board, you can see the nails, and you can see how a butterfly is being made, right? So you can actually criss and cross these colors and make it, and gives you beautiful images. So artists actually started studying geometry, angles, proportion, perspectives, depth, all of this through this kind of an illusion. And geometrical forms, if you see, are actually available in nature. So last time we learned about vegetable art. So in vegetable art also you saw when you cut the vegetable either longitudinally or in the center of the vegetable, and you could see some patterns, and these patterns were repetitive in nature, right? So similarly, all these geometrical patterns are there in nature, and it helps us understand nature beautifully well. When I show you certain patterns, like I'm sure when you go out and when you look at the nature, the same picture might look different. For example, let's take a kind of a butterfly. So, are all butterflies the same color? You will say no, right? So you will have so many beautiful, beautiful colors and forms and patterns on the butterfly. So it is for us to imagine those, kind of different kind of patterns, and you can recreate it in your creativity when you do these kind of arts. And as I told you, art is closely related to maths because we are talking about geometry and symmetry. And this is also in relation with the spatial reasoning skills. And once you start learning all this, and once you start doing all this, you'll be able to learn a lot of, kind of geometry, and it becomes very easy for you. So especially artists and mathematicians, they use geometry and they include this in their everyday measurements. So when you look at it, it looks very beautiful. So what is there on the right side? Exactly the same mirror image will be on the left side also. And how do you do this? I told you before, you need to take a board, and in the board you can have a drawing. You can make a paper drawing, and these nails where you need to put, you can make a mark on your with a pen or a pencil, and then you stick that paper on the board and start nailing. And look at the way how beautifully the nailing has been done. So it is equidistant from one another, and it is so smooth. So it looks like a curve, and it looks very beautiful. And the head of the nail, you can see it's all straight. So that itself looks like an outline. And then you can use a thread, and this string of thread, you can go zigzag to form the pattern. So that is how you'll be able to make use of these kind of string arts. Next is string art is actually fun also. So when I talked about the first kind of art which I just showed you so far, this is like, I'm going to take a board and take a hammer and a nail, and also maybe I will say for anybody who is 8 years and above, you can do this kind of an art. Now, if you're younger than 8 years, then how do you do a same kind or a similar kind of a string art? Very simple. You can take the string art and you can dip it in a color paint, and then you can place it on a piece of paper and just go around. Now for children, you can go freehand and you can create some different patterns, or you can take 2 or 3 kind of a threads and different colors and zigzag them and bring it out. And it makes, fun with colors and fun with thread, and you'll be creating a lot of new patterns. So that is another way of making a string art design. So in these kind of designs, if you're looking at for the second type, what you can do is you can either keep the base, that is the base color, you can either keep it in one monotone color. So it can either be just white or it can be just black, so that you get the kind of a base ready. Once you get the base ready, you can take the string, you can put it in a different color paint. Now suppose here you can see in the picture, it's a white color background. We have used orange and violet and made the pattern. So like that, it depends on you. So if you are using a dark color or a black color pattern, you can choose complementary colors like yellow, pink, or things like that, which will match with that black, and then you can do it. And generally what they do is the base color should not dry completely. So that is another very big advantage. So once it is not dried, then you will have a lot more of mixture or mixing of these colors, and that gives a different kind of creative visual effect. And once you put this, what you can do is, you can use various color patterns of making this bead work or even thread work. And it's a very simple kind of a procedure where you just have to pull the thread after that. So you can see the same thread can be dipped in 2-3 colors areas, different areas of the thread. So you will get a mix and match of it. In sometimes you can even use these kind of ring beads. So you can see these ring beads, right? So each of these ring beads, if you see, they are dipped in different colors. Can you see the side colors which they have kept? So now look at this, how they are making a butterfly. So you're just putting drops of these colors and then taking a string and going and just pulling the string together. So when you pull, as the bead touches the color, the color would run along the bead and you will get a pattern. So again, looks very, very beautiful. And this can be done by any age group of children, and it gives a very kind of a beautiful pattern. So it's very nice, very interesting, very creative, and you will learn more about the colors, the complementary colors, the natural colors, and the mixing of colors. You'll be able to see a lot of combination of colors, and this can also be a lot more relaxing for the mind. So that is another advantage of using these kind of bead art. Okay, and string art, if you look at it, it's so pretty because sometimes you can make even abstract designs. Like, see, if you look at this design, it is very abstract. So you can't say that I made a flower or I made something, right? So this looks completely different. And you can even, get a white shirt or a white t-shirt and make a kind of a pattern on a string art and then wear it. It looks very beautiful. It looks very pretty. In fact, that you have customized these kind of paint and art, right? And since it's a very easy and a very simple project, once you do this, you can dry it completely. And then for the color to not go, you can actually iron it on the opposite side of the fabric. And then you can, use and wash and wear, because then the color will not go away. So that's a very interesting way of how you can, some plain t-shirts or some plain colors, what you have, you can do these string arts and make it very customized for you. Next way of using the same string art or thread art, you can do embroidery. So in embroidery, again, there are various different types of embroidery. I would recommend this to be done by children maybe about 10 or 11 years of age, because you need to know how to put the thread into the needle, and you should be able to learn these kind of basic stitches. And this is also very good because you can make beautiful patterns, and this you can start with doing some table runners or something like that, and then you can go ahead and make some nice work for your dresses also. And this would give you a kind of understanding of merging of colors also. It will give you very neat handwork, and it will give you a kind of a sense of satisfaction also. And how do you do this? You have a embroidery frame. You can either have a ring frame, and then you can, once you get that, you can concentrate on that pattern on that particular area and then move on. So generally we say start with small flowers or small patterns on these kind of hard frames, and then you can go on for complex patterns. So it's very nice, very beautiful way where you can start working and making use of your creativity, especially when you're using about or thinking about thread art or string art, right? So at Inspiring Young Minds, it's always our endeavor to help our children be more creative, be more active in terms of using a lot more things, which is very useful, especially when you look at, in these times of the pandemic, you're thinking what to do. I'm feeling bored. I'm not feeling happy that I'm not able to go outside. Then you can call all your friends here, because we all have fun. We learn new things, and then we do a lot of new things, and we do it together, right? So you can join our WhatsApp group, and we have our own YouTube channel also. So you can like, share, subscribe, comment, and you can press the bell icon on Team Red Rockstars, Dr. Vidyaa Smile Dental Clinic at YouTube. And then you can also do these art. So here you can see a beautiful rainbow color, and you can see how the thread art or the string art has been used to make two clouds and beautiful rainbow there, right? And we're going to see what you have all done. And this is very important, my dear children. We are almost at the end of October. Next week, we'll be having a session, and after which on 13th November, we are going to start showcasing your talent. And on the 20th, we're going to have a big award ceremony where we're going to give you a lot of gifts and surprises. And we are also doing a toy drive. So any old toys or books which you don't need, you can share it with children who will be very happy playing with them, right? And this is Vidya auntie here, and you also have Savita auntie, and these are our numbers, and you can get in touch with us, and we will be there to help you, guide you, and take you along in this session. So thank you so much, my dear children, and let me look at you. And yeah, so very excited, right? And oh, I've got to see so many of you. Let me see all of you. Give me a second. I'm going to put on the gallery view. Wow, lovely. I can see Mahek, I can see Adra, Nivedini, Mahalakshmi, Sukrita, Naren, can you all come on the, the video? Diksha, Neha, wonderful, wonderful. So, okay, now you can unmute yourself and tell me, how did you like the session? And have you all done any artwork? And if yes, share the artwork.
Ma'am?
Yes, Nivedini.
Ma'am, now I'll show, I make a thread art, ma'am.
Give me a second. I'm going to add you. Yes, dear. Show me.
Ma'am, I dip the thread into color, ma'am.
Okay.
And make it. And one more color, ma'am.
Yeah, so you're using a thread and then you're doing using various colors, right?
Yes, ma'am. Now
this is a beautiful way where you can fold the paper also and do, so you'll get the pattern equally on both sides.
yes, ma'am.
So let's wait to see what once she opens the paper. Wow, very nice. You used green and blue, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
You can use even some more colors and make it as vibrant, and then show the final one. Use many more colors.
Okay, ma'am.
Very nice, Nivedini.
Thank you, ma'am.
Very beautiful, yeah. Add other colors also. I'm waiting to see.
Okay, ma'am. 1 minute, ma'am.
Yeah. I'll be waiting. So now you saw when you add these colors, I love to get my fingers messy with these colors. So, you can add as many colors as possible and do it. When you, I don't know how many of you remember the kaleidoscope also. Do you all remember the kaleidoscope? Where you will have small bits of some bangle broken and some other patterns. And as you move, you will be able to create so many patterns, right? So similarly, when you use this paper and you fold it, and then you put the colored thread and keep pulling it, as you pull it, you should make some movements in the thread. So, you will see various different patterns on the outside, right? It looks very beautiful. Okay. So tell me, Mahek, tell me, Adra, tell me, Mahalakshmi, how did you enjoy the session?
Ma'am, today's session was really nice, ma'am, and I also learned something called string art, and I'm also waiting to try it. It was so nice. Like when we dip the colors and when we move the whatever way we like, it's so nice. And as you said, even I like getting my hands messy with colors.
I know. I like to get my hands messy with colors, and at the end, when I look at what I've done, I feel very happy, So here, there is nothing like patterns or anything. It is like whatever you want, you can create. So it looks good, right? It looks very beautiful. So it's up to us to make things look very nice, and you all should start trying doing it. Okay. So do it on a piece of paper. Use any color. I mean, whichever color which you like, you can do it. And sometimes once you dry it up, you can use this at the exterior part of your greeting card also. So in the greeting card, when you make, you can just fold it in such a way that this painting will be there on the back and the front. And inside you can write some nice words and give it to your mother, father, anybody, right? And similarly, remember we did the vegetable painting last time. So in that also, you can make it as a card on the external part. You can make that, and internal you can write something and give it like a beautiful greeting card. You can make. Now that a lot of festive season is coming, right? With Diwali coming in, then you have Christmas coming in, New Year coming in. So a lot of festivals coming in. You can make and give it to friends and family, and you know, all of us can celebrate that way, right? Wonderful, wonderful.
Ma'am, I added.
You added some more, Nivedini. Can I pin you?
Yes, ma'am.
Give me a second. I'm going to pin you. Wow. Can you see now colors?
Yes, ma'am.
You can also do one thing. You can take 3-4 threads in different colors and then keep it in 3 different positions. And as you take, you just wriggle away. You will get these patterns and colors on top of each other also. Now you're doing separately one by one, right? You can mix.
Yes, ma'am.
You can keep the colors. You can keep the threads in different places. Join all the 3, close, and then pull. So you will have mixing of colors. Very nice.
Okay, ma'am. I will done and take a picture and send you, ma'am.
Yes, yes, yes. Do it and send it out. Very nice. So how
Thank
did
you,
you like this? It was fun?
Yes, ma'am.
Very
I
good.
like it this section very much, ma'am, because I like art and craft very much, ma'am.
I also used to love art and craft. Whenever there used to be any homework, you know, in art and craft, I used to be the first one to finish. I used to love drawing.
Yes, ma'am. I also, ma'am.
I also used to like that. And I used to like drawing a lot. So, you know, probably that's why I took into science and I got into the, you know, being a doctor. So very nice. Very
yes, ma'am.
Very good. Keep trying. Okay, keep trying different patterns, and it will be very interesting.
Okay, ma'am.
Very nice. Very good. So awesome, friends. I'm super excited and I'm waiting to see all your work. And I'm like, you know, waiting to see all the recordings. So please start sharing your recordings. And you've already given names for a lot of events. So all your friends, if they are interested, they can also come join us at Inspiring Young Minds and start, you know, sending your entries. And we'll have a great session on November 13th. And November 20th, we'll have the award ceremony. Okay? So can we all say take care, love you? Can we all do that? Okay. Great. Take care. Love you, cuties. Waiting to see you.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank
Bye,
you.
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Bye.
Bye, cuties. Bye. Take care. Love you.